How much do you pay for petrol in a month?
In a month, I would say maybe 180 to 200.
Mahalnya. Buat kita apa?
In a month?
180 in a month?
Because my car, if it's like full tank, it's about 70-ish. So I fill up the car like maybe 3 times at most.
Okay, but I have this thing, okay, because whenever I go to a petrol station kan, pull up to any petrol station, my favorite petrol station is Petronas.
Okay.
Obviously Malaysian Petronas lah. But then again, it's always I always notice that whenever there's a Petronas, there's a Shell next to it. If it's not Shell, there's gonna be another petrol station next to it. Why does when a petrol station open up, there's another petrol station gonna open up next to it? I mean, like, why are you competing for the same people?
Right, they actually do that so that they get, like both companies, they get 50% off each customers. Like, so basically this thing is called game theory. It's a concept in math, if you learn math.
I take that personally, okay?
So they use this theory to like look into why companies like the petrol stations, even like 7-Eleven and like Speedmart, 99 Speedmart here. So it's why they're always side by side is because all of the businesses want 50% of the population. For example, like McDonald's open at like this location, and then KFC opens like maybe 1 kilometer away. So that means that McDonald's get like most of the population that's in the, if that's in a bigger like neighborhood, they get more customers. When KFC is in a smaller neighborhood, they get less. So what they end up doing is that they just put side by side so that they get 50% of the whole like, community.
I mean, in my opinion, it just create a very competitive market, to be honest, because you open business, then your competitor open next to your door.
It gets like very competitive, but it's really, I think, because the concept is just basically they're at equilibrium state. So I think it's like the fairness of all states. So it's like that's how the strategy kind of works.
For example, like let's go back to petrol station, because the prices of petrol are controlled. It's the same. You go to Petronas or Shell, it's the same. It's about 2 ringgit something per liter. If you are selling quite the same stuff as the next person, as the person next door, so what edge do you have in order for you to get customer? I mean, I'm a fan of Petronas because of how easy it is to pump using settle, but but what edge or that we can use?
I think at the end of the day, because they're so similar in terms of like their business operations, it's the customer experience. Like for example, if you go to the toilet in Petronas, it's much cleaner than the ones in Shell.
Some would argue Petron is better in terms of toilet.
I've never actually been to Petron. I know toilets would be like, because people don't pay to go to the toilet, so it's like a free facility that people can access. But it plays a huge part, like with the toilets, the suraus there, and then maybe like if you're looking at, because like you mentioned Settle, I believe Petron and Shell don't have a similar.
I mean Shell. I heard that Shell just introduced this kind of like similar easy way to pump petrol, but I feel Settle is the big deal breaker for me to choose Petronas over others.
Yeah, exactly. I think it is for me too. Like I pretty much grew up with Petronas. Even if there's like a Shell like literally right outside of like my apartment, I would rather drive like 5 minutes away just to go to Petronas, because Petronas uses Settle, and that's like I don't really want to go to the counter and talk to another person and be like, I don't want to go through the anxiety of being like, I can't remember my pump number, I can't remember.
And then when you go to the counter, you have to look back, what's my pump number?
Yeah, so it's like, you know, before this, it's like I always have to, pump this, pump that, and then when I go there, I just immediately blank out. So I feel like Settle, like for people like me, Settle is a lifesaver. So like, that's kind of like why I would always go to Petronas.
Because previously, I'm a big fan of Shell because number one, they have a digital air pump.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had digital. For me, at that point, I was like, why does Petronas doesn't have a digital air pump at that point? This was back in 2012, 2010. And then Shell have this beautiful suraus. I mean, it's easier. I mean, if I want to stop for pray, then I would definitely choose Shell.
Okay.
But the only thing that makes me shift to Petronas is because of this settle thing. So you're saying that they have to innovate more to get customers when they're selling the same stuff?
Yeah, exactly. Definitely innovation plays like a big part into like how customers react to your business, right? So Settle is like one touch point that makes it so much easier to get gas. And for example, like I heard Shell is where people go to if you want to go get snacks.
Yeah.
Like the hot food, like the
I can't remember the name, the Shell. Shell Select.
Yeah, Shell Shellac, where they get like, you know, the hot breads, hot cakes and stuff, and even like the Costa coffee, I believe. Like that's only in Shell, right?
Costa coffee sucks, man. It's not a deal breaker for me.
I mean, because I don't drink coffees, it's not a deal, but because the hot chocolate is good.
Oh, I see.
I would go there. I would go there just for the hot chocolate, but I still wouldn't pump my car there.
What's your favorite petrol pump?
Petronas.
Yeah, we're in the same boat. No, because we're saying that like petrol pumps open next to each other because they want 50% of the business of the population. Does this entail that kind of because I also noticed that in the roadside, the pisang goreng roadside, because if one guy starts to sell pisang goreng, there's gonna be 3 other guys selling pisang goreng. So that's not 50%. That's like what, 30, maybe 20% of the whole market.
Yeah, so it gets kind of divided. So let's say in that area there's like 5 pisang goreng. So like I guess it's be like 20% of the community. Like that's the profit that they would get.
Because pisang goreng kan, let's say. So they are selling pisang goreng, pretty much the similar pisang goreng.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same price point. What kind of stuff that they can innovate, I mean, for them to compete with each other? I mean, they don't have petrol pump, they don't have air pumps, they don't have toilets, they don't have solar. Yeah.
I think like, for that maybe like in terms of taste, like that's also like I guess a deal breaker. But then they would have to try all of it to actually figure out which
then I'm gonna
tastes the
spend
best.
50 ringgit for pisang goreng.
So maybe not that, but I think I saw this video about how they recycle. You know, with pisang goreng, like you use a lot of oil to cook it, right? And usually the oil that's been used for cooking, it's like a very dark color, which means that it's been used so many times, and it has been a health issue. Basically, a stall in Thailand, if I'm not mistaken, they recycle where they actually go through like the half process of the oil.
Yeah.
So it makes the oil healthy to use again. And even when the fried food is like very oily, they go through like this whole bunch of process that makes the food, basically it just sucks the oil out of the food. So we're not actually just eating pisang goreng and the oil, we're just eating just the pisang goreng.
So you're saying even pisang goreng stalls can also innovate?
Yeah, exactly. Like when I saw that video, it's like it was actually mind-blowing because it seems like, I wouldn't say it was easy, maybe it took a while to develop the technology and everything, but then it's like if the business is made to do this, like you can guarantee like you get like a new new customer segment that's more conscious about their health. So yeah.
Would have thought pisang goreng could also innovate.
Yeah, exactly.